What's up, witches? It's me, Luna the Zen Witch, with another unboxing for you. Today is a classic, and I click record just as the lawnmowers are coming by. Timing is everything. Hiya. Today is a classic deck called the Haindl Tarot, complete with instructions, as you see the old-style box from a store called the Acorn Grows that I will eternally miss. Where I got all of my early decks from. The 56 minor arcana cards consist of 4 suits that relate to different elements and cultures. Swords represent air, the south and Egypt. Wands are fire, the east and India. Cups are water, the north and Europe. Stones are earth, the west and America. Weird that water is north, stones are west. Swords are south, but they represent air. And fire is east. They got you just don't even try to reconcile it. The Tarot Pack by Hermann Haindl draws upon many esoteric and religious traditions, particularly Native American, the Holy Grail, the I Ching, Kabbalah, and the runes. The 22 major arcana cards are rich in detail and symbolism, and I read those 2 things in backwards order. Does it matter? No. This is U.S. Games. Let's take a look. The Haindl Tarot deck. So we get the little white book here, created by Hermann Haindl. The copyright on this is 1990. I would have guessed earlier, but what my memory does with times past is weird, so we won't even talk about that. Okay. Starting with the majors, the Fool. So we have a very I don't know what to call it. I mean, I guess it's an old style art. It kind of looks fresco-ish, sort of, very textured. We've got a crane, and it looks like the crane has a wound in its breast. Is that a crane or a swan? I don't know. Look at all the bells. So he's dressed like a jester. And we have I don't remember what that is. It's like the sun and Mars together. Let's see if we can find out. Aleph, Wind, Uranus. Okay, so that's an old way of drawing the glyph for Uranus. And we have a Hebrew letter, and we have a rune, as promised on the box. But we don't really have a standard Fool image. We don't see him like about to go off a cliff. So we've got this imagery here that is definitely not familiar with the standard tarot. Then we have Magician, also with the Hebrew letter and the rune and Mercury sign. And we've got this spear piercing. I mean, is that piercing the bird from the one before? The feathers kind of look the same, don't they? So we do have the 4 symbols of the elements here. The stone represents, with the sword through it, interesting, represents earth. Then we have the high priestess. And she's very nebulous back there. She's got the crescent on her head, but look at the full moon in front of her, or just an orb. That's not a moon, that's an orb. And I don't know, that looks like a camel. I think, sort of like a camel looking away. Is that a camel? Let's find out real quick. Gimel, yes, camel. You, bison or rain, moon. The high priestess is the goddess, manifested as the moon. Okay, so that is a camel. Not quite sure why. Then we have the Empress. Naked but not pregger. She's standing on a moon. We have an open door with light shining through. We have a triangle up here with an eye. Is that a pyramid with an eye and this crystalline form above her head? Then we have the Emperor in front of this huge tree. He's got like a cane in one hand, or no, that's the scepter. I was looking at it, looked like it curved around. No, that's the scepter and the orb, showing his worldly power. The Hierophant. Almost hermity looking. There's a key. I don't know what this is down here. It looks like hair almost like a pair of shoes. He's got his hands together. Very difficult to see what those images are. And I'm just going to check this to see. Nail, wheel. A grandfather fills most of the pictures. To his right appears the father. Where? Oh, there. That's a beard. In profile, we see the father. So they do describe all the images. At the bottom is the back of a boy's head. The boy wears a skull cap. The 3 generations of men represent the positive value of patriarchal religion and Judaism, the father of both Christianity and Islam. The book and the key before it symbolize the Torah, the 5 books of Moses, and the key to Jewish culture. The book also symbolizes culture and knowledge. And I don't really see, I guess I see a book. And I don't know what the images are described, but sometimes not so easy to see. Then we have the lovers. We got a goat and a rose, and we've got a great rite happening here, an arrow coming down into a chalice. The chariot. There's an animal. Is that a boar? Kind of looks like a wild boar. And there's a wagon with stuff in it. I promise I'm not going to do this with every card, but fence. Oh, that's a fence. Hailstone. A boat with wheels rushes through a rough sea. The boat is red, the color of energy. A red glow surrounds the figure in the boat. Above is a mythical beast, part boar, part wolf. Okay, it signifies our deepest fears, unnameable and wild. And that's the chariot. Fascinating. A boat with wheels and a fence. Lots of interesting imagery. Here's strength, and she's wrestling a snake. I wonder if she represents Eve. We've got Leo there. Snake, sun, Leo. Interesting, because divinatory meanings are much smaller than the description. All right, this is what it says about her. The person of strength is open without shame. Her strength comes from her unity with earth and her own divine energy. She is a shaman performing a ritual under the moon in the woods by a pool of water. The pool is the unconscious, the hidden mysteries. By holding up the snake, the shaman connects the above and the below, the sky and the earth. The snake is green, the color of new life, and the underside is red, the color of energy. So there's a lot. And then divinatory meanings, it says inner strength, love and gentleness, confidence, ability to give love. A little lopsided there. Here's the hermit. He's got his lamp, and he's looking sort of... We've got owls and raptors, and he's like, look at the wings opening above him. Wow, look at all the faces. Interesting. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Justice, the scales, and peacock feathers. The Hanged Man. So there's obviously a lot of imagery buried in these images that is meaningful to the artist. These are obviously grounded very strongly in the Abrahamic traditions. Here's Death with a sickle or a scythe and a great big bird. I agree with the Scorpio attribution. Then we have Alchemy rather than the Tower. No, wait, rather than Temperance. Can you tell we're in the shadow of retro? Okay, so here's Temperance, Alchemy. So yeah, the blending of elements is very appropriate for Temperance. There's the Devil, Goat and Snake, Capricorn. We have the Tower. Look at this huge building. Just shattering from within. It looks like it's shattering from the inside. So that's an interesting comment on the Tower being, I look at it as a structure that you've outgrown. It's breaking down because you've outgrown it. cracking open from the inside. The star. Looks like she's washing her hair in the water. The moon. Difficult to see these images because they are so very textured. The sun. And the world or the universe is aeon. So we see the embryo in the womb. We see all kinds of elements like fire and water and mountains and the eye. Oh, aeon is judgment. Sorry, that's the judgment card. There's the rebirth thing, and then there's the universe. Sorry. What the heck? What is it? It's some kind of a lizard or it's a dragon breathing fire, but the head is weird. Okay, now, the East. Ace of Wands in the East. So here we have East is India and fire. Ace of Wands in the East. Oh, they tell us. And then we have keywords. Thank the gods. Dominion. Two of Wands. And we add to the minors the I Ching. So here we no longer have the Hebrew alphabet or the astrological and planetary attributions. Now we've switched to the 64 I Ching. Interesting. Okay. There is virtue, the 3 of Wands. The 4 is perfection. So other than you know, the images, these are like pip cards. We don't have a lot of descriptive imagery in the background. And truthfully, when there is imagery, it's kind of hard to determine what it is. So the 4 is perfection. The 5 is conflict. What's going on in the background there? Is that a dragon? Who can say? It's certainly a mess. So conflict. The 6 is victory. We've just got leaves in the background there. The 7 is courage. 8 is swiftness. I like this courage. You know how it's usually a wand like this and the other 6 are coming at you? That's courage to take a stand. I like that. Swiftness. Power. And oppression. Then we have Radha as the daughter of Wands in the East. Krishna, the son of Wands. Kali, the mother of Wands in the East. And yes, oh my, what an image. Kali Ma, yes. And we have Brahma as king of Wands, father of Wands. So we have daughter, son, mother, and father. On to the swords. Ace of Swords in the south. Peace is the 2 of Swords. So we don't have any of the standard like the blindfold, but we have peace. Ooh, I just got hit with a really good feeling. Okay. 3 is mourning, as in grieving. And we see a tear. Truce is the 4 of Swords, another good keyword. Defeat is the 5. The 6 is science. Yeah. The 7 is uselessness. Usually the thief card. This is uselessness. Look at all the eyes. Let's pause for a second here and see how they handle the minors. Okay, this is the 7. They have swords as the last here, so I had these out of order. Oh, Lord. The court cards. I'm having trouble finding. There we go. Okay, so 7 of Swords, 36. So they all have, that's the number of the I Ching hexagram. The darkening of the light, faces melted together are the patriarchal power, the useless old men who arrange the world for their own benefit. The swords are scattered. Divinatory meaning, depression, possibly the need to leave a situation for new possibilities. So uselessness. But old men that arrange society for their own benefit, gosh, does that ring a bell at all with you? And then trying to figure out how the uselessness kind of connects with that. I'm not sure about that. Interference. But this deck is taking me to new places. Let's put it that way. Cruelty is the 9 of Swords. And the 10 is ruin. Ruin. Then the Daughter of Swords in the south is Isis. The Sun is Osiris. The Mother is Nut. And the Father is Ra. All right, now to the cups. The Ace of Cups in the north, and this is the North and Europe. Love. Overflowing. Cup runneth over. 4 is mixed happiness. Okay. 5 is disappointment. 6, happiness. So we don't have like remembrance or reminiscences or childhood. It's just happiness, straight up. 7, illusions of success. 8 is failure. 9 is fortune. And 10 is success. So very interesting how the cups, the emotional really is dealing with success and failure. And I guess, in the context of happiness, the degree of happiness. Daughter of Cups in the north, remember this is Europe, Breed of Ireland. Parzival, Son of Cups. Venus of Willendorf is the Mother of Cups. She is the mother of all mothers, yes. And Odin, Father of Cups in the north. Then the stones. And we've got a vulture swooping in on that. Harmony, 2 of stones. 3 is work, and this is America. The Americas, I guess we should call it. The power of earth. Material difficulty is the 5. The 6 is success. Okay, hold up. So the 10 of Cups and the 6 of Stones are both carry the keyword success. Let's look at the difference. All right, 10 of Cups. 46 is the hexagram pushing upward. Stones push up from the surging sea. An ancient rock has a dark hole at its center, signifying mystery. The black dirt is fertile. Divinatory meaning successful development with some effort required. That's all it says for the divinatory meaning. Now, stones. Abundance. The stones form 2 triangles. The center of the image is not a stone, but a hole in the cave. Golden light shines through the hole. Great success and joy, possibly short-lived. Find inner truth in happiness. So, interestingly, the stones have more of an emotional, great success and joy, find inner truth in happiness. That's the earth element. And the water element, we just have successful development, some effort required. That reads more like an earth than the other one. Success. Failure is the 7. So success, 6 of Pentacles is usually generosity. All right, whatever. 7 is failure. And didn't we have failure in another one? Yes, the 8 of Cups and the 7 of Stones are both failure. I am disgruntled. All right, let's compare those two. So the Seven of Stones and the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups says failure, arrogance, and greed accept help from others. The Seven of Stones says disharmony, without careful redirection, failure is possible. Eight is knowledge, 9 is material gain, and 10 is richness. Then we have White Buffalo Woman is the Daughter of Stones. Chief Seattle is the son. Spider Woman is the mother. And Old Man is the father. And it just shows footprints there. Interesting deck, eh? Definitely out of the norm. And when I was buying these decks, you couldn't see examples. You could see the card that was on the box. And, I would always ask them, do you have one that's open that I can look at? Rarely did they. And this was pre-internet days, 1990, think about it. I mean, the internet was just getting started. I think it was in 1990. No, it was in 1994 that I got connected to the internet the first time. So this was just, hey, take a look at the box. What's the vibe? Is this something I'm interested in? So, this is what I was able to see. And I think reading the sides about, different cultures and the different astrological attributions and Holy Grail and Kabbalah and, all that kind of stuff, I think was attractive to me. Let's look at the backs because I always forget to show you the backs. I like the eye. Looks like there's a bug in the eye. Gross. Okay, just gross myself out there. All right. Allies and ancestors, guides and guardians, please come and be present to me now. Please come and infuse this deck with your wisdom. May it be open to information coming through. May the doors swing open so that good, clear messages can come through to the benefit of all who see this video. And I offer the fire of Azrael to bring the gift of divination. Please, please, please bring a message to my viewers on how best to survive and thrive in these times. What do they need to hear today? Okay, now I feel like they're shuffled. We have the power of the earth, Isis, and illusions of success. All right. 4 of Stones. 51 is the hexagram, the arousing. The background shows rocks in water. See, I don't get water at all from looking at that. Tree roots are red, white, yellow, and blue, signifying the 4 directions. Okay, so there's red, white, yellow, blue. The stones are also those colors. It says tree roots are red, white, yellow, and blue, but it's the stones that are those colors. Okay, the 4 directions, which in turn signify Earth's power, physical and spiritual. The strips across the tree are mists rising from the water. That's these sideways things here, signifying creative ideas, divinatory meanings, creativity and new ideas, overwhelming energy. Okay, so creativity, new ideas. What do we need to do to thrive? Try to tap into your creative expression. We get so used to being in survival mode and in just making it through the day mode. One day after another kind of thing, duck and cover mode, whatever you want to call it, safety mode, that our creativity can really get dampened down. So this is a call to tap back into that. First of all, to fill the well. So listening to music, watching something beautiful, looking at, things that come across Facebook of incredible creators and artisans making mind-blowing things. Watch those videos. Let your mind get blown. Let it get opened up to some creative ideas. And then even if it's just coloring, if you have some adult coloring books or some kid coloring books, get them out and color. Something to just put you in a different mode. That's what that's saying. Then Isis, now we get to see one of the court cards, and they have the court cards in a separate section. And they have them in the order of mother, father, and then daughter, son. All right, Daughter of Swords. Isis's hair falls like water. She is mother of pharaohs. An abstract throne crowns her. Yep, that's her symbol. Above her third eye, the cobra connects the king to spiritual powers. Hathor, the cow goddess, is on the right. There she is right there. She is the goddess of love, dance, and ecstasy. Okay. So a powerful figure, confident and dynamic. Those are the divinatory meanings. Powerful figure, confident, dynamic. Done. Daughter of Swords. Okay. Confident and dynamic. So this is the power of the mind. Since they're talking about swords as air here, then we're talking about the insights of your mind, the clarity of mind. So I would say go to your creative processes to help clear your mind and help sort of regain the power of your mind, because our minds have been pummeled. They are being pummeled daily by bad news in 2020. It's just been a never-ending parade of bad fucking news, right? So this is how to a way to balance that. Get creative, help to bring clarity to your mind, to turn your focus, and this is also a call to turn your focus away from all the distractions to things that are more engaging and more important and that feed your mind rather than drain it. And then the last thing is illusions of success, Seven of Cups. I mean, that might be telling us, try, but never mind. Okay, Seven of Cups. 4 is youthful folly. 6 cups pointing upwards symbolize the appearance of everything going well. The upside down cup in the center, however, tells that success and control are illusions. The card appears bright, but the bottom is dark. The background is a desert, or perhaps a cave in the desert. Divinatory meanings say, beware of arrogance and complacency. Fantasies. Okay. So this is just saying, even though it seems like everything's going well, it's not. Great. That's awesome. And the divinatory meaning, beware of arrogance and complacency. Fantasies. All right. I guess that this is just talking about being very honest with ourselves about where we are emotionally. Are we okay or are we not okay? Overarchingly, I'm not okay, but within that I am okay. Or you might be overarchingly, I am okay, but within that there's pockets of not okay. I think overarchingly, there's just, the stress is overwhelming. The daily stress, particularly if you're an empath, is overwhelming. So, not okay in that I'm feeling the shaking of everything. The shaking of our times, the shaking up of all the crap. We are living the Tower card of things like breaking down from the inside out, because we've outgrown them, and we've actually had people working very hard to break things from the inside out. And, I'm looking forward to the day when we can look back on this time and say, that's the best thing that could have happened to us. We're so much better and stronger now. So that's what I'm sticking with here. Be honest with yourself about exactly how you're feeling today, and you don't have to lock it in. You can just say, today I'm not okay. Tomorrow will be better, So there you go. An interesting deck that does seem to have a lot of internal inconsistency or conflict, or maybe it's just that it is very different from the standard tarot format. And And so it's kind of boggling my mind. But like having two cards that say success and failure and having those be like not really jiving with the element they're in is interesting. Anyway, I'm not sure if this deck is still in print. I did not look before I started this video. For that, I apologize. I will put it down below in the description. And if it trips your trigger, you know, if you are into Kabbalah and the Hebrew figures, or if you study the I Ching, it would be very interesting to look at, you know, how the hexagram jives with the particular meaning of that standard tarot card. Anyway, I now understand why I have left it alone for many years. So I hope you got something out of that. Please like and subscribe. Put your questions down below. Any of your comments I go through. I try to respond to everybody. I'm here every single day, and you are too, at least today, and I'm really glad for that. And I'm glad that you're staying safe, and I'm glad that you're getting through. Keep on keeping on, everybody. I'm here every single day for an unboxing until I'm through my entire collection. And since people are sending me gifts right and left, this could go on a while, and I'm okay with that. That's one place where I'm okay. So take care of yourselves. Please check in on Wednesday evenings at 8:30 Eastern for a live stream on readings for the signs. And I will see you here tomorrow for another unboxing. Until then, be your best self today, in this moment. Take care of yourselves. And blessed be. This is the Zen Witch.